If living abroad has ever looked like the clean answer to a messy life, this film is for you. Not the postcard version, not the rented balcony at sunset, not the dramatic line where someone says they finally escaped. The real version. The version where you arrive tired, excited, slightly lost, and suddenly realize that a new country does not only change your view, it changes the way you understand yourself. For UK viewers thinking about travel, relocation, or retirement abroad, that distinction matters. A move can give you warmth, freedom, lower pressure, new friendships, better food, a slower rhythm, and the feeling that life has opened again. It can also expose every weak part of the plan: money, health, language, paperwork, loneliness, family distance, and the quiet question you cannot avoid for long. Was I moving towards a life or away from one? That is the question most relocation videos skip. The internet is full of easy promises. Move here for half the price, retire there by the beach, work remotely from a cafe with palm trees, start again where the sun is warmer and the rent looks kinder. Some of that promise is real. There are places where a British income can stretch further. There are cities where daily life feels more human. There are communities where you can breathe again. Living abroad can be one of the most generous decisions a person ever makes. But it is not magic. It is not a personality transplant. It is not an automatic cure for burnout, grief, boredom, debt, loneliness, or a life that stopped fitting. A new country gives you new ingredients. You still have to build the life. The first hidden test is language. Even when people speak English, life does not always speak English. The pharmacy, the tax office, the landlord, the neighbor, the mechanic, the doctor, the notice on the door, the joke at the table, these are not background details. They decide how independent you feel. At first, being confused can feel romantic. After 6 months, it can feel exhausting. The person who thrives abroad is not always the person with the biggest budget. It is often the person who can stay humble long enough to learn. The second test is systems. In Britain, you may complain about the systems, but you understand the rough shape of them. You know how to register, chase, appeal, call, book, complain, and ask for help. Abroad, ordinary tasks can become strange again. Opening an account, renewing a permit, arranging insurance, proving an address, seeing a specialist, sorting a leak, signing a lease, paying a bill. None of it is impossible, but it takes energy. That is why the best relocation plan is not built around the best week. It is built around the hardest Tuesday. Can you get things done when you are tired? Can you ask for help without feeling foolish? Can you wait without panicking? Can you handle a system that does not move at your pace? The third test is healthcare. This is where the fantasy must slow down. If you are a UK viewer, do not assume the NHS simply travels with you. Do not assume private care will always be affordable because one appointment looked cheap. Do not assume your medication, your records, your specialist, your mobility needs, or your emergency options will fit neatly into a new country. Before any serious move, build the health plan in writing. Insurance terms, exclusions, medication availability, emergency route, nearby clinic, nearest serious hospital. What happens if you cannot drive? What happens if you need family? What happens if the bill is larger than expected? This is not the pessimistic part of living abroad. It is the adult part. The fourth test is money. A cheaper place can still become an expensive decision. Rent may fall, but flights home appear. Heating may disappear, but insurance rises. Council tax may go, but visas, currency costs, storage, accountants, property management, private care and family visits replace it in different forms. So build two budgets. The dream budget is what life costs when everything goes well. The survival budget is what it costs when something breaks. Prices rise, the exchange rate turns, a flight home is urgent, or you need help quickly. If the move only works in the dream budget, it is not ready. The fifth test is belonging. This is the quiet one. You can love a place and still feel lonely in it. You can be surrounded by beauty and still miss the ease of being known. You can have hundreds of pleasant conversations and still want one person who understands the old references, the family history, the private shorthand of home. Belonging abroad is built slowly. It is built through routine, not scenery. The same cafe, the same walk, the same market stall, the same class, the same neighbor, the same small effort repeated until a place stops being impressive and starts being familiar. For retirees, this matters even more. A retirement move is not just about cost or climate. It is about who notices if you are not okay, who can help with a form, who can translate at a clinic, who you call after bad news, who turns a pleasant location into a life. The sixth test is identity. Living abroad can be humbling because it removes the roles that used to prove who you were. Your job title may matter less. Your accent may define you more. Your confidence may shrink in small public moments. You may go from competent adult to beginner again, several times a day. That can be painful. It can also be the gift. Because once the old identity loosens, you get to ask what you actually need now. Not what looked successful in Britain. Not what impressed other people. Not what you were supposed to want 10 years ago. What kind of days make you steadier? What pace makes you kinder? What surroundings help you become someone you respect? That is the deeper reason living abroad can change a person. Not because the destination fixes them, because distance makes some truths harder to ignore. So how should a UK viewer test the idea properly? Start with a trial, not a declaration. Spend 1 month living normally, not holidaying. Cook, shop, do laundry, get bored, find a dentist, use local transport, walk the route at night, work through one official process, try the language every day, track every pound. Notice when you feel calm and when you feel small. Then test a second place. A capital city and a smaller city are not the same country. A beach town and an inland town are not the same life. A resort area and a local neighborhood are not the same budget. Do not let one beautiful apartment choose your future for you. Next, protect the exit. Keep money in sterling. Keep documents organized. Keep UK records accessible. Understand pension, tax and healthcare implications. Keep insurance active. Do not sell everything before the ordinary life test has passed. A reversible plan is not a lack of courage. It is respect for reality. Then ask the hardest question honestly. If I were sad here, would I still know what to do? That question cuts through fantasy. It reminds you that relocation is not only about good days. It is about whether the place can hold your difficult days as well. For some people, the answer will be yes. Living abroad will make them more alive, more open, more patient, more connected to the world. They will find a rhythm that Britain no longer gave them. They will learn a language badly, then better. They will make friends slowly. They will stop measuring success by speed. They will build a smaller, richer life. For others, the honest answer will be no, or not yet. They may need family nearby. They may need medical certainty. They may need familiar systems. They may need to repair the life they already have before moving it somewhere prettier. Both answers are valid. The mistake is pretending the decision is only about sunshine, rent, and scenery. Living abroad is hard because real life is hard, and a new country removes many of the shortcuts. That does not make the dream foolish. It makes it serious. So if you are thinking about a move, do not ask only where is cheaper. Ask where you can become stable. Do not ask only where looks beautiful. Ask where ordinary Tuesday works. Do not ask only what you are escaping. Ask what you are building. The best move abroad is not the one that looks most impressive online. It is the one that still makes sense after the first problem, the first lonely evening, the first confusing form, the first medical worry, the first expensive flight, and the first month when the place is no longer new. If it still works then, you may not just have found a destination. You may have found a life,